In conclusion, the increased relativistic mass of an object times the speed of light squared, and it's equal to the kinetic energy of said object. Yeah, that's so interesting. Can I take a shower now? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you? No, I just don't feel clean. I have soccer practice in 5. I've got to go too. Thanks for the lesson, though. I'm sure it'll help in class. You're welcome, Eleanor. At least someone's appreciative. Yeah, I am too. Well, I have a date with water. And I'm alone. Well, I guess this gives me time to work on my science project. Careful, careful. What was that? Oops. Forgot this. Everything's fine. I just got the intermix ratio wrong. Why are you looking at me like that? Everything's fine. Go back to your shower. My closet. It's green. It is? Oh, well, look at that. I hadn't noticed. What happened? Oh, my clothes are green. Brittany, it'll wear off. Just give it a few days. Oh my gosh. Oh, my beautiful clothes. I can't go out dressed in these. I hate green. I'm really sorry, Britt. Oh, I forgive you, Jeanette. But it looks like I have no choice. This is going to be so embarrassing. I'll try to make sure they don't make fun of you. Thanks, Jeanette. I appreciate it. All right. Well, as soon as you're dressed, we can head down. Everything ready, Simon? Indeed it is. All set. Hey, guys. Listen. There was an accident with Brittany. What? Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. It's her clothes. You see, I was working on my science experiment about the general excitation of pigmentation differentials. And, well, it blew up over Brittany's clothes, and they all temporarily turned green. That's karma for when she said my pants were ugly. Alvin, don't laugh. Fine. Okay, Brittany, you can come in. Hey, Brittany, how are you doing? I'm fine. Oh, I was just wondering, because you, well, look a little grassy. Be quiet, Alvin. Okay, well, now that we're all here, we can begin the show. Let's go for it. Watch out, 'cause here we come. In little while, but we're back with style, so get set to have some fun. We'll give you mentions and answer questions. It's the Munkcast. Munkcast. It's the Munkcast. Coming back stronger up on your screens. When you feel like a laugh, give us a view. We'll show something new and new. You feel like a song. Tune into us and sing right along. It's the Munkcast. Everything's better with no regrets. It's the Munkcast. With the Chipmunks and the Chipmunks. Hello, everybody! You are watching the world-famous Munkcast, the #1 place for your weekly Chipmunk fix. And today, we got a lot lined up for you. Excuse me. Yes, Brittany? Aren't you going to mention my green outfit? I didn't think you wanted any attention brought to it. Oh, well, yeah. Are you respecting my wishes? Yes, I am. I'm not evil. Oh, well, that's very nice of you. But since you brought it up, Brittany had a little accident with Jeanette, and now, she's green. Oh, feeling a little grassy? Would you stop saying that? I don't even know what you mean. Neither do I. I'm only going on the fact that grass is green. What about me? My sweater is green. Yeah, but everybody already knows that. Oh, well, that's disappointing. A little. So, does anybody else have any more interruptions? No, Alvin, nobody has any interruptions. You can actually continue with the show. Oh, thank you. Well, once again, we have another review from Chris.
Okay, thanks Chipmunks. Okay, so this video, guys, you might be a bit shaky because I'm having some trouble with a stabilizer for this camera. It's not a new camera, it's an old camera I have to use, but I'm not going to go too much into that and get straight to the review. Obviously, last time we did ALVIN, very good figure, very well put together. If you want to watch that video, it's in one of the other Munkcasts. But this time we are going to be doing Simon. And he has a very similar guitar to ALVIN. We'll start off with that. It's in fact the exact same thing. If we take a look at ALVIN, take a look at the mold of his guitar, and take a look at the mold of Simon's guitar, it's exactly the same mold. Though the hair is quite nice, though the glasses kind of go underneath the hair, which is kind of strange. I know that's probably just to stop things from breaking off of it. And the head's kind of fat compared to how it should be. Well, that's okay. At least there's no legal guff on the back of the hair. Very detailed hair, by the way. It's actually on his back, on his sort of shoulders. And it's kind of obvious as well. Not really much so in person, but still. He has an atomic symbol on his chest, as you can see there. And it's also on the base as well. And there's also peg holes on the base of the foot and a few made in China and legal guff there as well. And overall, it's a nice figure. It's got a good shape of the character, except for maybe the face sculpt. And it's really nice. It's really representative even of the show. And it's nice on display and might actually do some good when filming with it, I suppose, if you're doing stop motion or something. So, looking to Theodore, he is actually a pretty nice figure. Pretty good head sculpt, a little bit heavier and shorter than the rest of them, which is ironic. And he actually has more detail on his hoodie than the rest of them. They have, well, that's because he does actually have more detail on the hoodie than the rest of them. These guys don't really, it's all kind of plain, although Simon is supposed to be 2 shades of blue, and it's just 1 shade of blue on here. Theodore, on the other hand, has his sort of cut going down here, and he also has the hood. So does ALVIN as well. If we take a look at the arms, his arms are actually the right way they should be. They can plainly go down and have a nice standing figure of Theodore. You can understand why, because he's holding the drumsticks, and of course he comes with this little drum, which is actually quite weighty by itself, which is quite nice. And it has a peg in the bottom again. I don't know why the pegs are for, because they have pegs in their shoes but no peg holes. Though you could argue maybe that's a peg hole. It's not, doesn't really fit. I like the kind of lighting detail around the bottom of the stage as well. That's really nice. But yeah, Theodore has a very nice likeness. Bit of paint spill on the mouth there. It's very nice. The very nice hair again, really nice hair. Not so much legal guff on this one. It just says copyright Bagdasarian. There's nothing written on his butt or anything. And the shoes are painted really nicely as well. There's a bit of paint spill. It's really nice. Really goes well if you were to stand it on the stage there. We put Simon slightly to the back. Of course, their symbols are also represented on here, and you can see the drumsticks on Theodore as well. And if we put ALVIN in front, they actually look really cool. It's a really nice image right there. And they all look pretty good together. So that's all I have for this review. And back to you, Chipmunks.
Well, isn't that just great? I wish I would be consulted on these things. Oh, what's wrong now? Well, if you haven't noticed, those 2 were figures of you, and not me. Oh, come on, ALVIN. You have already been reviewed. Give your brother some spotlight. All right, Britt Greenie. Are you serious? That's what you're going with? It's pretty lame. Lame? Yeah. I mean, I look like a leaf. You could say that. It's not gonna insult me, ALVIN. I thought you hated the color green. I do, but I'm embracing whatever life throws at me. It's not all about your looks. Whoa, that's different for you. Not really. I've done it before. You were there? The suck toad? Oh, the suck toad. Who can't remember that? Well, it's certainly stuck in my mind forever. I had to wear green then as well. Was not happy. Yeah, but Brittany, wherever you go, you can't go anywhere without those black leggings. I like my leggings. Well, then, I think now we have our fan mail section. Yes, we do, Simon. We do. So, shall we cut to it? Here's our fan mail. That's better. Now, without any stalling, let's get right to the point. Okay. You don't have to talk like that. I'm talking how I normally talk, Brittany. You are just feeling a little green. That's not funny. It is to me. All right, so our first piece of fan mail is from Chipettes Rules 19. I have a question for the Chipmunks in the Chipmunk Adventure who actually won the race. Oh, need you ask? That was clearly me. Oh, no you don't. You're not stealing the limelight for this one. It was us. I'm not so sure about that. I think it was a tie. No. Actually, it was more of a nobody won kind of situation. Nobody won? No, of course not. We kinda came in at the same time. It doesn't count. And we were running from diamond smugglers. That we became. Yes, but we were unaware of it. Still, we became diamond smugglers. Yes, from a certain point of view. Oh, but it was fun. That it was. So, what you're saying is, we both won. Yeah, okay, we both won. 30 years later and we finally come to a conclusion. 30 years? Never mind. This next piece of fan mail comes from Princess Mike. It reads, "Hi Chipmunks and Chipettes. I don't know if my question is very good, but this is mostly for Jeanette. Although I would like all 6 of you to have some input. P.S. Jeanette, you're my favorite. Anyway, my question, I wanted to perform on stage one day, but I'm very shy and soft-spoken, and I was wondering if you guys had any suggestions and advice on how to deal with that every time you perform. Thanks so much. I really love you guys." Well, I can give you some advice. You see, I always get the jitters. You know what I mean? I feel nervous. I get anxiety over the huge crowd. But, well, this is kind of embarrassing, but I go to the bathroom a lot before a performance because I don't want to need to go while I'm on stage. But the best way to deal with your nerves is to face it head on. You never know until you try. So, the best piece of advice is to always try, even though you might fail. Oh, I never get nervous. I am like a rock before performing. I love to do it, I know it, and it helps my confidence boost. As much as ALVIN's ego is showing, he's right. You have to be confident. You know, it doesn't help if you're nervous and it's on your mind. Just forget about your nerves. Play with a fidget thing, and you'll be fine. Just don't bring it on stage. And everything will be good as long as you have confidence in yourself and your abilities. Oh, that's very well put, Brittany. I could not have said that better myself. You're welcome, Jeanette. So, overall, have a ritual before you perform. Mine's going to the bathroom. And then be confident and don't let anybody else bring you down. And if you're confident in yourself and your abilities, it'll show in your performance. That is all. You want to know what I do before every show? Let me guess, Theodore, even though I know. It's eating, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, even Theodore has a ritual. Well, my question is from Stabbo. Curious, when ALVIN and Brittany were basically stuck together, you said Brittany didn't shower. However, did ALVIN, since Brittany didn't complain about him? Oh, you mean his smell? Oh my gosh, he was really bad. Why didn't you say anything? Because it wouldn't have been fair. Fair? Yes, because I hadn't showered either, so our smells were, mixing, and there's no point in being mad with you if I'm not mad at myself. Oh, well then, Brittany, that explains a lot. What do you mean? Well, you never complain about my smells now. Why should I? You have pretty good personal hygiene, except for your feet. Oh, well, yeah, but I don't walk around with my shoes off anymore. Yeah, don't do that. I won't. Well, this fan mail comes from Isaiah Murray. Question for Simon and Jeanette. In the movie Chipwreck, did you two become, like, it doesn't say, like, a thing? Oh, Well, in that continuity, we might have had a little bit of a fling, but it brought us closer together. Yeah, I was able to understand Simon's emotions based on me a lot better. So, you didn't become a thing? Inconclusive. Inconclusive? What is that supposed to mean? It means, Alvin, none of your business. Okay. Don't blow a blood vessel. The fan mail that I've picked out comes from Jessica Kirk. I have a question for Simon. Why were you a doctor in the previous episode? Also, say that phrase from the last episode. You know, I'm the doctor. Oh, well, let me explain. My mind was taken over by an entity, well, more of a personality, called the Doctor. It's from a show called Doctor Who. It's British. Check it out. It's actually really good. And I became him. Also, I believe it went something like this. I'm the Doctor. No, Simon. It's more Britishy. Oh, of course. I'm the Doctor Mate. Not that Britishy. Well, I don't know. I was under the influence of a personality. Simon, he's just trying to provoke you. Yes, I realize that, Eleanor. Just read your fan mail. I won't think any more of it. Of course. Well, mine is the last one. Surprise, surprise. And it says, I have a question for Alvin. In Road Chip, how come you have the ability to dodge like Neo from the Matrix? Please answer. Oh, a question for me. Thanks, Eleanor. And you don't have to be so sarcastic about it. I'm not. I'm just sick of being last. Maybe that'll change in the future. If you're a good girl. Don't be patronizing. Maybe people will treat you better if you're a good boy. That's not funny, Eleanor. And besides, the reason I could do that is two things. One, I'm a chipmunk. I can move really fast. And two, special effects of the movie business. But seriously, though, I'm a really fast chipmunk. You said it was in a bar? Yes, a bar. Well, one, what were you doing in a bar younger than 21? Well, it just ended up that way. Okay, and two, I could do the fast movements as well. Of course you can. I wasn't denying that. Well, good. I'm glad. All right. Well, looks like we've reached the end of today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up and share the video and subscribe if you haven't. You won't regret it, because we do all sorts of things. And more things coming in the future. Oh, at least 2 videos a week. And if you want to leave us fan mail, put it in the comments section or social media links in the description below. That's how easy it is. And it can be anything at all. But, you know, anything too mature will be thrown out. Or questions about our relationships. We've already answered those so many times. But, as always, keep on munkin'.